Alright, now we move on to variable declarations. To declare a variable in Dev.C, let's follow this format. Variable type, variable name, followed by a semicolon. The variable type is the data type of that particular variable. It defines whether or not the variable is an integer, decimal number, or a character. The variable name, of course, is the name you give to that variable. Always give a sensible name to any variable, because when you're doing a comprehensive program, you will want to recall that variable, and giving it an odd name will just complicate the matter of locating that variable. A semicolon, on the other hand, tells the compiler to stop reading and move on to the next line. It is essential that the semicolon be present, otherwise you will encounter an error when you compile. Now follow this up by putting 2 backslash before the first bracket. Notice that the entire line turns blue and becomes italicized. This simply means that the program, or the compiler rather, will not read this. Now I want to declare an integer. The syntax for that is int, and then the name, num, semicolon. Next line I want to declare a decimal number. Syntax for that is float, and then the name again, new num. Now I want to declare a character. This time syntax, char, followed by the name, letter. When you compile that, this is the button you press. Since there is no error, you know that what you typed is correct. However, always remember that the names of each variable should be unique. If I were to, say, remove new and compile it again, notice that the compiler tells me num has a previous declaration as int num, which highlights my point of names having to be unique. Also, C is case sensitive, hence changing the lowercase n to an uppercase n could solve that error. But this is not a good practice. Just always give unique names, so you won't be confused yourself. Now, aside from declaring the variables, you can also instantiate them. By instantiating, I mean you can give them predefined values. You can do so by just adding an equal operator and then giving the corresponding value. 4, and here 3.5. For letter, always add the apostrophe, say A, and then a closing apostrophe. Here that is essential, always remember that. Now, you compile it, it should be correct. Alternatively, you can do this. Num is equal to 4. Compile, correct. A shortcut for that compile button is Control F9. There.